Claire. I am Victor Muniz Rosa. Or Muniz Rosa. I prefer Muniz Rosa. It's my Spanish given name. So,
It's your given name. Who would have
yeah.
thought you would have enjoyed that,
Yeah.
Victor?
Victor Muniz Rosa in the house. This is the morning buzz with Tanner Price, Kianu Maysonett, and Isaias
It's
Ramirez.
me because it looks like our co-host decided to not do his job. He woke up this morning, smelt the air, and said,
Well, if he's awake.
not today. Oh, hold on. This happened yesterday. He decided preemptively that he was not going to be on the show ever again. Bum, bum, bum. Find out next week on the morning. Wow, that's
And also, Joe is not with us, but that's because he's sick. He has a valid excuse,
bro.
Hopefully, he gets
He
better.
got the vid, bro. Who
He got
gets
the
that? It's not
vid.
even cool anymore. It's like, golly. Ugh.
Oh, he got the COVID. Hope he gets better, Joe. Shout out to you,
No,
my
but for real,
friend.
yeah. Shout out to Joe. Feel better, my guy.
Yeah,
COVID is crazy.
COVID is crazy.
Mess me up.
Yeah. So, Keanu, give us an update of the news. If there a COVID update? Well, who knows?
Let's go.
Keanu, take it away.
No COVID update for the news, but there is two people who were rescued from a small plane 7 hours after the crash into a transmission tower on Sunday evening in Maryland. The pair had been left dangling 30 meters above the ground as rescue workers attempted to free them. Both individuals rescued from the plane were taken to nearby trauma centers and had non-life-threatening injuries. A massive indoor go-kart racing course advertised as the world's largest of its kind is set to open in New Jersey before the holidays. Supercharged Entertainment, which owns a go-karting track in Wrexham, Massachusetts, announced plans in August to open a second location in Edison. The Edison location on Route 1 South is a 1,100,000 square foot facility on a 16-acre complex. It would also feature an axe throwing station, a 2-story arcade in Richard Valley area, along with a restaurant and 2 bars. The indoor go-karting race course is set to open on December 16th. A Newark fire captain was hospitalized on Sunday after being struck by a food can while responding to a blaze at a homeless encampment in the city. The captain responded to the fire around 11 a.m. on the Route 21, and once the firefighters finished putting out the blaze, a homeless man then struck the captain with a can of food. The captain was taken to University Hospital in Newark with injuries that were not life-threatening, while the homeless man was arrested and also taken to University Hospital for crisis evaluation. And for the people who haven't checked their weather app, it's currently 50 degrees right now, and the highest will be 56. Sadly, I have to rain on everyone's parade as it's currently raining for the next hour, with partly conditions expected around 8 a.m. I'm Kianu Maysonett, and this is your 7 a.m. news report.
Thank you so much, Keanu, for that news update. But we also got sports update. We got the World Cup going on.
Wait
So
a second, Victor.
yes, what's happening?
Who in the world was moving their microphone nonstop while Keanu was delivering the news? Because all I heard was, So, Tanner, control yourself.
I'm excited for the sports.
It's the sports.
I was like, I heard that, and I was like, what is that noise? And then I looked at Tanner, I was like, you animal. Anyways,
I
Tanner,
apologize for my actions.
the apology video right now.
Apology
please.
video right now.
Make
But
it seem
I
real.
made a severe
Let's hear
and continuous lapse in my judgment. No,
Hilarious.
so yeah, there's a World Cup game occurring right
No,
now. So
just
it just ended.
yes.
Okay,
We're
give us
fully-
an update.
We're fully in the midst of the World Cup. Today's games are Cameroon versus Serbia, which just finished in a 3-3 tie. 3-3. That's rare.
Wow.
That's rare.
That's a good game.
That's rare.
3-3.
Yeah. South Korea and Ghana face off at 8 a.m. Brazil versus Switzerland square off at 11 a.m. And Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal face off versus Uruguay at 2 p.m. You could listen to coverage of Brazil versus Switzerland and Portugal, Uruguay right here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I have one thing to say. The Mike White era has begun again. The Jets trampled the Bears by a score of 31-10. Mike White finished with 315 yards and 3 touchdown passes. We'll see if Zach Wilson continues to ride the bench when the Jets take on the 9-1 Vikings next week. Yesterday, current NFL free agent and big game champion Odell Beckham Jr. was escorted off a flight yesterday in Miami. Beckham was reportedly told to put on his seatbelt, and he was in and out of consciousness and was escorted off due for his own safety. Beckham was just cleared to play and will start meeting with NFL teams soon to discuss a signing. A huge matchup takes place tonight in the Big Apple. The Devils and Rangers face off for the first time this season. The Rangers on a 2-game losing streak and the Devils on a 2-game winning streak since they lost their 13-game winning streak. The Knicks fell just short yesterday to the Memphis Grizzlies by a score of 127 to 123. The Nets toppled the Trailblazers 111 to 97 yesterday. Yesterday, the Chicago White Sox signed right-handed pitcher Mike Clevinger. Clevinger once a star for Cleveland before he was traded to San Diego and injuries derailed his career. He thrives with a fresh start. Remember, you could listen to coverage of the 2 later World Cup games here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
Thank you so much, Tanner, for that sports update. Who doesn't love sports? It's fun. It's a whole fun game. So we got some news from the World Cup. Iran state media has called for the U.S. to be kicked out of the 2022 World Cup after the United States Soccer Federation changed Iran's flag on its social media platforms to show support for protesters in Iran. The Federation had temporarily displayed Iran's national flag on its official Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook accounts without the emblem of the Islamic Republic. The since deleted graphic of the Group B standings show the Iranian flag only bearing its green, white, and red colors. U.S. Soccer told CNN on Sunday that it wanted to change the official flag for 24 hours to show support for the women in Iran fighting for basic human rights, but always planned to go back to the original flag. The change was a one-time graphic. The emblem is currently back on the flag on U.S. Soccer's social media channels. A spokesperson for the State Department said it did not coordinate with U.S. Soccer in the sporting body's decision to change Iran's flag on its social media accounts to show support for the protesters in Iran. The State Department did issue a statement saying, "We look forward to a peaceful and competitive match on the field." The United States continues to find ways to support the Iranian people in the face of state-sponsored violence against women and a brutal crackdown against peaceful protesters. Iran state media reported Sunday that the United States should be immediately kicked out of the tournament and suspended for 10 games for a distorted image of the country's flag. To add more fuel to the fire, Iran and the U.S. play each other tomorrow in a crucial Group B match. It is a must-win tie for the U.S. if it's to progress to the knockout stages of the World Cup. So, this is so interesting. Like, a flag on Twitter is causing so much chaos in politics. It's amazing. I love to see it.
Pure chaos as the World Cup. Hey, remember when we couldn't say World Cup? What a time to be alive. World Cup,
Yeah.
World Cup, World Cup.
World Cup.
I think it is a very interesting story here, that just like as you said, because one post created so much controversy within a span of seconds, and I saw it was trending pretty much for a while, on the line, as they like to say. And
Yeah.
people were voicing their opinions, and personally, obviously from my perspective, I wouldn't care too much, but clearly it's bothering the higher ups of Iran, and we'll see how this translates to the pitch, as they like to say. But man, what an interesting time to be alive, where an Instagram post caused so much trouble.
Yeah, and it's interesting, the World Cup this year has been so interesting because not only because of the games and being in Qatar and everything, but because of the protests that have been occurring within the players, within the teams.
Yeah.
Obviously when they banned the patch they were wearing on their uniform. Is it a patch or a
Yeah, it was like a little patch.
armband?
Yeah.
So, it's been very interesting seeing how the soccer players and the coaches are still, protesting, even though they're having like different restrictions to protest. They're still doing it either way.
You know what could have solved this from the beginning, though, if we're really thinking about it?
What?
With all this controversy, is maybe just not hosted in Qatar.
Yeah, I think it'd have been so less complicated to just host it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
literally, I feel there was a lot of other options that probably could have happened. But yet again, tale as old as time is greed did run amok in this scenario, and the next thing you know, you're hosting a World Cup in Qatar, and everything that you thought was going to happen didn't happen. But hey, the games have been quite interesting. Let's
Yes.
just pretend like there was no death or controversy involved.
Yeah, the games have been interesting.
Yeah, hey, you guys been watching the World Cup?
Yes, and I've been listening to the WMSC coverage.
Really?
Yes, with Art,
Cool.
Wow.
with Artie and many people more. So yeah, if you want to listen, if you want to, you can listen to WMSC too for the World Cup. So that's amazing that we're doing that. Every 4 years this happens, and WMSC decided to do it. So
Or
congratulations.
does it? Dun dun dun. Anyways, guys. Hey, earlier we were kind of teasing COVID talk, but
Yes.
so we are gonna talk about COVID.
Oh, then
Here
I say I
we
take it
go.
away.
Because China is getting even more backlash as President Xi Jinping's government faces mounting anger as its quote zero COVID policy that has shut down access to areas throughout China in an attempt to isolate every case at a time when the governments are easing control nationwide and obviously across the world. And trying to live with the virus. Citizens in China continue to clash with the country's intense anti-COVID protocols. This continues to be a huge issue within the country as many citizens still remain confined to their homes, and anger boiled over during the weekend as protests against the protocols spread to Shanghai and other cities after complaints that these strict protocols may have worsened the death toll in an apartment fire in the northwest of China. Although China's infection rate is lower than the United States and other countries, the ruling Communist Party faces growing complaints about the economic and human costs as businesses close and families are isolated for weeks, as previously mentioned. Now, back to the protests, as Shanghai police used pepper spray against about 300 protesters as they gathered Saturday night to mourn the deaths of at least 10 people in the apartment fire last week. Videos posted on social media that said they were filmed in the Nanjing in the east, Guangzhou in the south, and at least 5 other cities showed protesters tussling with police in white protective suits or dismantling barricades used to seal off neighborhoods. In other videos, citizens were even seen shouting for Xi to step down from the ruling party or to give up power. Party leaders promised last month to make restrictions less disruptive by easing quarantine and other rules, but said they were sticking to the zero COVID protocols. But an upsurge in infections led to local authorities to impose restrictions, which resulted in residents complaining that the restrictions exceeded what is allowed by the national government. What a mess. Now, I'm curious to see what the repercussions are of the protesters, because I'm assuming obviously they were caught on video. I'm assuming if the government is going to chase that action and maybe attempt to seek more punishment for these people that speak negatively of their president, because it is a communist nation. I'm sure that doesn't sit right with him. But I'm curious to see whether or not this continues to escalate and whether or not this will just eventually die down, because maybe they'll ease protocols or not. But man, to see a country still, obviously we're still dealing with COVID because Joe got it. And hopefully he gets better. He's not feeling good today. T's and P's to you, my guy. But to see someone or people still locked up in their homes like that in such an intense way and still having high rates of infections is very confusing. And I wonder what's going to happen there as we continue.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of crazy that, there's still like COVID restrictions in certain places in the world. Like in here, it's basically back to normal. There's still people getting COVID. I know a lot of people got COVID recently. Thank God I wasn't within their circle, so I'm good. But like, there's still COVID, but like in here it's like practically normal, and there's still restrictions in China, which is kind of insane, because you would think like, oh, everywhere in the world it's normal.
Yeah.
But it's not. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, I believe in protesting. If you want to protest.
No. Let me play devil's advocate. I am
Not
one with
right?
China. All right, now. You carry on, Victor.
Yeah, you can protest if you want to, but hopefully, these people don't get, the hard hand of Psy, because it's just protesting. They're not doing any harm really. So hopefully they don't get, that bad of a punishment.
How did you guys think that how the way we kind of were like peak pandemic, how do you think that would compare to this going on? Because we weren't technically forced to stay inside. How would you feel if President Biden, or I guess Trump at that time, was like, you know what, guys? Okay, I can't do a Trump accent. He's just like, shut it down. We're not going anywhere. You guys are officially locked up in your household.
You know what, guys? You're officially locked up in your household. I love houses, created houses myself. I created houses. Love houses. Love houses.
How's Mar-a-Lago?
Oh, it's great. It's
Hey,
great.
you met with a white nationalist over the weekend. How did that go? We're actually gonna get to that story a little bit later, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that
Woo.
story. We're gonna get to that story.
A lot to unpack with that story.
Yeah.
But listen, not for nothing, for a teaser, that is the most confusing and ridiculous story I've ever read in my life.
Yes,
Because it
is.
kept progressively getting worse and worse.
And
Like,
it's
this honestly, it felt like a sketch.
yes, it did. It felt like an SNL
It
sketch,
got-
definitely.
It got worse than the ragdoll marriage scandal story.
I would say so.
If you listen to
Real
the
shit,
show
bro.
last week, we had a story about a rag doll cheating on their wife.
Yeah.
A rag doll.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was what a way to go into the Thanksgiving
yes,
week, you know?
yes, it was something else. We had a 1 hour morning buzz, and that was the perfect story to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tanner, for finding that gem of a story. Good Lord.
Yes, definitely.
What
But
a
we gotta
time.
go to a quick break. I'm gonna play something new. I'm still on the
You're
high.
playing good music?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm still on the high of Wakanda Forever. And
Well,
thanks
okay.
to Rihanna made a song for the movie. So I'm gonna play that. Lift
I
Me
haven't
Up.
seen the next one yet.
Lift Me Up by Rihanna. I hope you guys enjoy.
Are we muted, Victor? Victor, no! Marvel's can we sing for a second? I need you to just make a run note right now.
What's a rundown?
I just assume it's like, oh, come on, you're better than that. There we. Oh, Tanner. Okay, Mariah Carey.
Ooh.
Let's
Hey,
get
it's-
hey.
Don't want a lot for
For
Christmas.
There is just one thing I see.
And I don't care about the press. I'm gonna
Hey,
stop.
bro. Yeah, I mean, we'll get to it eventually. We got like 4
Hey.
weeks
You
to
guys
build up
prepare for
now.
karaoke night?
Yeah, we're gonna do a
Karaoke?
karaoke.
Karaoke?
Yeah, we're probably gonna do a Christmas special. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll sing. Who knows?
Call the mistletoe. I want to get to know you better. And even New York City. Wow, what transition.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
New York.
I should be fired for that.
New York City. Landlords may soon be prohibited from performing criminal background checks on prospective tenants. A majority of city council members have agreed to back the Fair Chance for Housing Act, which bans the screening even for those convicted of murder, oh my God, or other serious crimes. At least 30 of the city's council's 51 members have agreed to back the Fair Chance for Housing Act, which is set to go before the council's Committee on Civil Rights for its first public hearing on December 8th. Mayor Eric Adams has said he will sign the legislation if it passes. He also said no one should be denied housing because they were once engaged with the criminal justice system, plain and simple. The bill doesn't affect New York City Housing Authority complexes, as they would still be required to conduct background checks for prospective tenants since they're guided by federal law. It also doesn't apply to two-family homes or homeowners renting out single rooms. The legislation also doesn't prohibit landlords from checking New York's sex offenders registry. But the bill's current language leaves landlords vulnerable to renting to people who committed sex crimes in other states because out-of-state sex offender registries are not addressed. Wow, I didn't expect this from New York City. Wow.
This was I was so confused by that because I felt just why?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
not for nothing. Hypothetically, if someone committed murder, right? And they wanted to get an apartment or somewhere to live, I feel like it should probably be somewhat difficult to achieve that, no?
Yeah, I think it should. Yeah.
Or if like you're a
If-
sex offender and you're out of state and you're trying to move somewhere else because you're not trying to deal with what you did, and then you just like are able to easily get like an apartment, seems a little just why? It seems like an unnecessary rule change, you know?
If I'm living somewhere and the person next to me is a convicted murderer, call me Billy Joel because I'm moving out.
Wow, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
How long have you been waiting on that?
I just thought about it.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I got.
I thought for sure you were like, you looked at the script earlier and you're like, I got the perfect
No,
joke.
I got a
lined up.
Billy Joel online.
I got a Billy Joel reference at 7:24 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't feel safe as an uptown girl. That doesn't make sense.
Ah, come on.
The ball. I don't even know songs. Just piano.
Yeah. Just Billy. Not for is Billy Joel alive?
Well, he did
Yeah.
Madison Square
Alright.
Garden again. Like
Yeah, he has his daily Madison Square Garden. Yeah.
he's still kicking it. He's still
Oh,
making music.
jeez.
He's still making music.
He's still, there.
He's still there.
I mean, it's just like Billy Joel exists to me. I understand it, appreciate it, glad for him. I probably couldn't name you a Billy Joel song if I tried.
Well, I can name a few. I think
Yeah.
Piano Man, Uptown Girl, Vienna.
See, Vienna is like that's a sausage.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, it
is a
is.
sausage.
It is
Yeah.
also
The
a
name
joke.
of the song.
Not
It's
an.
also the name of one of his songs.
All right, let's move on. I think
Yeah.
we talked about all we
Talk
could
about
this story.
Billy Joel.
Hey
Does
guys,
Billy Joel shop on Black Friday?
yeah, he got some crazy deals
Let's
at
go.
Kmart. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, guys. We're not. Hey, let me preface this, guys. Unrelated. All right. Online shoppers didn't let concerns about higher prices or a recession keep them from a record-setting Black Friday. Consumers spent about a record of, get this, $9.12 billion while shopping online Friday, which doesn't include Saturday and Sunday, and of course Monday, which is Cyber Monday, and I'm sure a lot of people gonna be spending a lot of money.
For sure.
Yes, sir. That's just me. Now back to the story, because according to Adobe Analytics, which tracks more than 85% of the top 100 US online retailers, there is an increase of 2.3% over a year ago. This surpassed the previous online Black Friday sales high mark of 9.03 billion in 2020. Nearly half, aka 48% of online sales were made over smartphones, up from 44% last year, according to the 2022 holiday shopping trends and insight report from Adobe. Now, more shoppers have taken advantage of buy now, pay later services, with orders November 19th through the 25th up 78% compared to previous week. Inflation will still likely have an effect on this holiday season because it leads to not only higher prices, but also more frugal spending. The National Retail Federation, that's a thing, expects holiday sales, including online sales, to be up 6 to 8% this year compared to 13.5% a year ago, totaling, get this, I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but $942.6 billion to $960.4 billion. But those estimates aren't adjusted for inflation, so spending could even be down this year.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you guys, do you do any Black Friday shopping?
Oh, I wait outside Best Buy as soon as Thanksgiving dinner's over, and I bring my tent and I sit out there and I wait for the brand new release of Call of Duty.
Hey, you think
That's fine.
Just kidding, by the way.
It was not in 2005.
right? I'm outside at 12:01 on Thanksgiving Day.
Not
AM.
that's wild,
12:01
that's hilarious.
AM.
But not for. Do you guys remember that era? Because
Yes.
now,
Yeah.
like midnight things don't really seem to be as
No.
much of a thing
Yeah.
anymore. But people were really just like, as soon as
rem-
Thanksgiving started, they were already outside of stores.
Yes.
I remember driving to my grandma's house on Thanksgiving and driving back and just seeing every store.
Yeah.
I remember that, and then I don't see it anymore, and it feels weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of online shopping, a lot
Yeah.
of stores,
Mhm.
you know, just to cut on that type of, you know, chaos, they just do Black Friday deals like for the week. Like instead of Black
Yeah.
Friday, they do like Black Week.
Even
like,
the
it's
whole
like-
month.
The whole month.
Yeah.
That's why
Oh
it's
yeah,
for the
that's
entire
also
month.
happening.
Pretty
Yeah.
much like every company is just like, we're just gonna. And the thing about Black Friday now, though, is like, at least from what I remember, is I feel like the deals were actual deals, not just 10% off or
Yeah, it was
15%
like
off.
it was like, here's a giant TV. It's $6.
Yeah, like thanks. No wonder this lady keeps elbow dropping me to get the last
Yeah.
one.
It's $6.
Literally. But now I feel it'll be like the week leading in, something's $328, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like pre-Black Friday sales, it's $320.
Ooh.
And then they'll be like the day of Black Friday, super bonus deal. It's $315 now. It's like, what are
Whoa.
these deals? And then they wonder, like, well, clearly not to this report, but I feel like for the most part, the stores weren't as crazy as they normally would be. Then like I feel like these companies are wondering, man, how did we not get more people in the building? It's because your sales are terrible and people are struggling with money already.
Yes.
I miss watching the news and just seeing like just hordes of people.
Absolutely.
It's like
Yes.
running,
The
and they-
sasatisfaction.
they grab like a
Yeah, the
toaster,
YouTube
Yeah.
like
you're
YouTube
just-
vids. Oof.
Have
and
you
you're just
making
you're just
leftovers while you
watching
watch
it,
them?
just like sitting on your couch watching the news, and you're like, how stupid are
I
they?
think that's one of the purest forms of entertainment is where you get a 45-year-old white lady with a very short haircut and a 55-year-old white lady with a longer haircut, and they're both fighting for that toaster that you mentioned.
Yes.
Which by the way isn't actually on sale. You have to like send a form and rebate and then get the money back.
Which
Who
this
does
begs-
that?
This,
Exactly.
this begs the bigger question: who's asking for a toaster for Christmas?
That is true, but I mean,
Oh.
not for nothing. I bought a toaster last week and I'm pretty excited to use it
That's
because
yeah.
I haven't had a toaster in like a year. And every now and then, your boy wants some toast
Yeah, I get you. I
or a
get you.
toasted bagel or
That's
even
true.
a Pop Tart.
Oof.
I could have a Pop-Tart without.
But isn't it like it's fine? It's fine like a raw Pop Tart, but
Mhm.
like I like a cooked, well done.
It is
Pop-Tart from
really
time to
good
Well
time.
cooked.
done.
I
It,
agree. I
it just
agree.
levels up, you know.
Strawberry Pop-Tart in the toaster, put butter on it.
Really,
Butter.
Strawberry and
You
butter?
add stuff to the Pop
You
Tart?
put
This was even.
You're adding toppings?
And don't think this is insane. They had a whole song about this on Family Guy.
Of course. You know what? Not for nothing. Are you guys familiar with the Aki way on
Yeah.
TikTok?
Yes.
That's giving me the Aki way right there. Absolutely. It's like, sure. First, we put the customer on the grill. Then we add a Pop Tart. It's like, what are we doing? That's giving me Aki way vibes. I don't like it. But honestly, though, I kind of want to try it.
Yeah,
It's-
now that you said it, I was hesitant at first.
I get it
Spreading
because
the word. I'm spreading the word.
when you have toast, sometimes you put butter and jelly, and that's pretty much what a Pop Tart is.
That's true.
I get
That's-
it.
It is.
I get it.
I get it. Now I might try it. So before we go, I wanted to ask you, are you guys gonna be part of Cyber Monday, which is like the internet equivalent of Black Friday?
I think there's a high possibility I do purchase something, not for nothing, no sponsor, but Best Buy has a wild deal on a MacBook. I just don't know if I can really facilitate the funds for that. So yeah, it is.
Maybe
what
it is.
But I mean, not for nothing. It's a wild deal, man.
Maybe it is the Best Buy.
Oh, how about you guys? Are you gonna buy something on Cyber Monday?
No.
No,
No.
no, you guys aren't shoppers like that.
Wow.
Fun.
Oh, y'all just
Yeah.
poor?
Yeah, my mom asked me to buy her Alexa. So I gotta buy her an Alexa.
Dude, Alexa's one of the funniest things, especially seeing a mom try to
Yes.
own Alexa.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited for it. Like she's gonna be screaming out Alexa in Spanish and English. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh, what a
So
beautiful
yeah,
time to be alive.
it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Sure.
Across someone struggling with hunger, how would
And this is 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
Hey, Victor.
Yes.
Not for nothing, but campus events got real wild later on. in the show.
Yes. Yes.
Not sure how we got here as a campus, but I'm gonna say it like that. Just do some research, but hey, what a tease. This show is
Yes.
gonna become more and more interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the scoop. That's the scoop, That's the scoop.
That's a scoop.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Cam Martin is here. He's on the other side of the
Cam
building,
has
the studio.
decided to do his job.
Yeah. Let's just say.
What? 35 minutes into a live 7 to 9 a.m. show, he finally showed up when the call time is 6:30. Now, for me, I had an excuse. There was a huge accident on my way onto Route 80. Wasn't pleasant, very sad. I continue to drive, zoom, zoom, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I gotta text these people. It's gonna be a while. I thought I was gonna be late myself, but it turns out big time player, big time game. Cam, on the other hand, I don't know. Seems like you might be a bench player, a role player.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Listen,
Did you just lose your job to Mike White? Oh,
listen? Like coach has to evaluate the film for a few days, but you know what? I feel confident. I blame. I don't. No, I balled out, did my job. No, it's a team game at the end of the day.
Wait, hold. You just put the blame on everybody else.
Yeah, like what?
Jeez, what a scum! Hey, you know what, Victor? I think we got to move on.
Yeah, we gotta move on.
Full apology.
Yeah, great.
It's my fault.
It's your fault.
It's a team. See, you should have woke me up. I should have fixed my laptop.
So yeah, thank you again for coming in. But we got, a sad news story. A small plane crashed into transmission tower in Maryland on Sunday evening, leaving passengers stranded for hours while suspended almost 100 feet in the air. The collision occurred 40 miles southwest of Baltimore and 15 miles outside of Washington, D.C., forced power outages throughout the area. The crash, which took place around 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, sent the plane into a tower near Rothbury Drive and Goshen Road. Both the plane and its passengers remained stuck in the tower as of 8 p.m. on Sunday. The power lines were still energized, so they had to wait for the power company to shut it down. Then we'll be able to get them out of there. Local fire departments officials remain in contact with the pilot and passengers during the long wait. It's unclear how many people were affected by the outages, but statewide, about 80,000 customers were without power as of 8 p.m. on a Sunday. Officials have also shut down roads around the area as a technical rescue team waits to act. Due to the power outages, some traffic signals and elevators in the area are no longer working. Some residents are reporting flickering lights. This is wow. This is
Could you
insane.
imagine being in a plane and crashing into a tower and living to tell that story?
Yeah, and they're there. They're currently there, right? They
Yeah.
haven't come down.
They were up there for 7 hours.
Oh my
Yeah.
That
God.
was the story I did.
7
man.
hours. Wow.
7
It's
hours. It was like at
just-
midnight. They got rescued.
Oh my God. That is crazy. For me, it'll be a nightmare because I already hate getting on an airplane. It's not
Yeah.
because of the heights, it's because I hate airplanes. Like I hate like the confined seats that I have because I don't have money for business or first class. So I'm like confined in the seat. And then imagine if this happens, I'd be like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever.
I
So
agree.
It's a
That
small plane.
airplanes are just like for the fact that it's just tough to imagine just to see the side of that. I don't know how. Victor, I agree. I hate flights in general. I hate going on flights, but like you're so locked up and so isolated. There's not much you can do.
I mean, have you guys just thought about being better when you're on these flights?
Whoa.
Just like
Whoa.
wow.
get over your fears already. Jeez.
Wow.
Woe is me. I'm scared of flights. I don't want to be up there. I'm confined to a space. Get over it, all right?
Wow, I see how Cam came and he's like in attack
This
mode.
is my heel
Wow.
turn, everyone. I'm the villain now.
Yeah.
I'm back to my villain arc, everybody.
Yeah, you're dressed like Waluigi. I see it.
Jeez.
That's hilarious.
Good Lord.
Victor, I think I caused this.
Yes,
is
but
not
it's
you,
gonna
man.
be a fun show. It's gonna be a fun
It
show.
really is. It's an incredible. This is the greatest singular edition of the Morning Buzz
And
in
yeah, and
Morning
we
Buzz
Until next week.
until next week.
until
Sad.
Thursday because
Oh no, no.
very handsome. Very
Monday
handsome.
Buzz is
He's handsome.
sad.
I get lost in his eyes. I'm like, good Lord, what a handsome man. Anyways, you guys want
Yeah.
to talk about Trump?
Yes,
Of
because
course.
we teased this story earlier on, so I
Mhm.
say I take it away.
I want it. Dibs.
Oh, you're gonna do your job.
Yeah.
I forgot that you can
Yeah.
do your job.
I'm employed.
Wow.
I'm
I'm a little
employed.
shocked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
So, Cam, take it away.
so boom, right? Donald Trump called Kanye West, quote, a seriously troubled man who just happens to be black after the ex-president was ripped for a meeting last week with the Yangster and the white nationalist, Nick Fontes. The 76-year-old Trump dined with with West and Fontes, both who were under fire for anti-Jewish remarks in his Mar-a-Lago resorts in Florida on Tuesday. Trump had previously confirmed that the meeting, but said Fontes tagged along without the former president knowing that who he was. Fontes had said, quote, "The math doesn't seem to add up," end quote, on Jewish deaths in the Holocaust, but later denied that he was a Holocaust denier. Trump unleashed a rant on Truth Social over the weekend. Quote, "So I helped a seriously troubled man who just happens to be black, who had been decimated in his business and virtually everything else, and who had always been good to me by allowing his request for a meeting at Mar-a-Lago alone. So I gave him my very much needed advice." Despite Trump's comments, West had said in a social media video that the former president was really impressed with Fontes. West had claimed that he asked Trump to be the rapper's vice president and the vice president's running mate. That's literally the wildest thing I've ever seen. Trump, who has already who already announced his intentions to run for president in 2024, allegedly turned down the offer and insulted West's ex-wife, Kim Kardashian.
Wow, what a story.
What did I just read?
Yeah,
What did I just read?
It seems
that
like fan
SNL
fiction.
episode was crazy last night.
This is an SNL episode.
Good lord, what on earth?
What's going? What? That's another day in Florida.
You know what I thought was the funniest quote to me?
Well,
it's like
literally,
one
Mar-a-Lago.
of one of the first things that you said is just like,
A serious troubled black man.
yeah, it's like why did that need to be added?
Like what?
It's like Kanye West is a seriously troubled man who just happens to be black. Like he has a preference that I'm not a racist. He's just troubled. He's troubled, guys.
I saw I saw a TikTok about that. That's unrelated. Actually, I'll talk to you about it later. This right
What
here.
on earth is that?
This is me trying to unpack what I just read.
Okay, yeah. Keep unpacking. I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, so boom, right? For Trump to say that someone else is crazier than, well, quote unquote, very troubled compared to, it's baffling.
Yes. I
And to
agree.
say, like, we see how extreme Trump got in his presidency.
Mhm.
For him to say someone else is even crazier than him,
It's crazy.
that's wild.
Yeah.
That is absurd.
Yeah, and the quotes, like this Nick Fuentes character, like what is happening? Like how these great minds come together, like great minds,
Oh,
This is like
not in the very
oh, I know. This is
opposite way.
This
Yeah,
is like an episode. It's like watching the Sinister Six in Spider-Man.
yeah, like they're
Like,
coming
this is-
together.
this is how-
This is the Legion of Doom.
This is how they met.
are they anti-Semitic
I
in
think-
Marvel?
The best
They better
part
not be.
the best part of this story is that Kanye asked Trump to be his vice president.
No, bro, that sentence.
Yes. What in the blue moon did I just witness with that? Like,
Yeah, like,
what?
Also, the response is interesting too, because what I imagine he's like, no, but also your wife or your ex-wife. Like, why? What was the need of?
yeah. What?
We get to Kim Kardashian. This
No.
term was very confusing.
No, I'm not. I'm not going
No.
to be a vice president.
You can't be
But that Kim Kardashian though, I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't. No.
She has too much plastic.
Yo, I would pay money to
She has
be
more-
in that room. Like I
I
want to
would
see
say-
this conversation.
Oh, wish there was a fly in that room.
Yes,
The rumor happened.
the
I-
room where it happens. That would be amazing.
It's probably
yeah.
just. It's. I don't know. It's probably just. Trump and Nick Fuentes talking about something, and then Kanye's just like coming up with lyrics on the side, and just starts like saying random things. I don't know.
I just heard everything that Kanye just said in my head, and I cannot repeat it at all.
Yeah, he like
if you know what I'm saying.
yeah, he's pulling up his list of like I remember he was doing like a TMC thing. Like he pulled up like a list. He has like an Excel spreadsheet of like medias who are like the Jewish, like the CEO is
Yeah,
Jewish. It was a
no way.
crazy list. I'm like, why do you have that, bro? Like that's crazy. Like what's happening?
Not for nothing, but remember when like Kanye's most extreme thing was interrupting Taylor Swift's
Yeah.
award
The
ceremony?
good days. The good
That's
days.
that's like
Remember those times? Those are some good times.
that's like water right now. If you want to compare that to like other stuff, that's like a tier -5.
Yeah, compared to this, yeah,
Jeez,
definitely.
man.
But yeah, Kanye.
That isn't
Trump.
like Taylor Swift the Taylor Swift VMA thing that doesn't need crack the top.
Beyonce had one of the greatest albums of all time.
Listen, that doesn't crack the top 5 anymore. That doesn't crack the top 10, top 15 maybe.
I mean, he's an enigma, man.
He is.
Yes. But it's we got some campus events.
Yes, sir. The
So
greatest time in history of time.
Yeah,
A time
they are.
like no other. The week is just getting started. So what can you do with your week? There's plenty of things, plenty of options, so much fun. A lot of interesting things are going on this week.
go off.
Pop off, King.
Now, Monday, today, from 9 to 11, very unfortunate timing, because at University Hall, room 2012, game night, guys.
AM or PM.
Game night. It's PM.
See, I had to make sure.
It's game night, not game morning. Come on, Cam, on Tuesday. Have you ever thought about making a bracelet?
Yeah, for my girlfriend.
No?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Oh,
I made this one.
Cam's still single. Keanu's got a bracelet. Yeah. But on Tuesday, bracelet making night from 7 to 9 p.m. at Rec Center Lobby Lounge. Rec Center, not Rex. No T-Rex here. COVID is taking over, Joe. On Wednesday, we have quite possibly the most interesting event in the history of events. An event unmatched because it's an adult toy bingo from 1:30 to 4 p.m. at the Student Center ballrooms. Yeah. Thursday, adult toy, I'm assuming means Jenga. Thursday, Twilight trivia. You ever thought, man, let's talk about those sparkling vampires again? Well, you can on Thursday because it's from 8 to 9 p.m. at the Student Center.
Batman?
Rathskeller? Batman?
Robert Pattinson, Batman.
Oh,
Something. That was my attempt. Yeah, I mean that movie was god awful. Good
Whoa.
Lord.
It wasn't that bad.
Just kidding. It wasn't god awful. It was just Anyways, Friday and Saturday, the Hunger MILFs,
Where?
Montclair Improv League and Friends,
Oh yeah.
from 8 to 10 p.m. University Hall, room 1020. Not for nothing. This is a setup by Joe. I mean, if this
No, that's
That's
what
actually
we-
that's
the actual
That's
that's
I don't get that, but given what we have talked about in campus events already,
this is
2 out of the 5 days have had some very interesting things. Not for nothing. Curious to see what happens there. But if you're interested in events and all that jazz, I mean, check Canvas or in the loop email for more information. Y'all check your emails like that?
Yeah.
No.
yeah, from
I-
time to
I
time,
did.
there's always the
I did.
weekly in the loop. I check it to
You
see
read
what's
in the
up.
loop?
Yeah, I read. I
Nah.
skimmed through it.
Nah. I think in the loop is corporate nonsense.
Ooh.
Yep. I think they're a cult, most likely. I think it's embarrassing. I think it's shameful. And I think, quite frankly, these people that are making In the Loop should all be fired because they're not getting me to click on that link. Just kidding. You guys should have jobs. Just need something controversial to say after the
Yeah, you're the
events
villain.
today.
You're Waluigi. You're dressed like him right now. So
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Let's talk about why Kanye was right. No, hey,
Not that villain. No,
everyone
no,
relax.
not
I'm
that
not,
evil.
not an anti-Semitic person. Clarify that. And hey, events are crazy. Are you guys interested in any of these or
Yeah.
yeah?
yeah,
What are you
I am.
thinking, Cam? Where are you going?
I
Cam?
don't. I for me, I would see the open mic. We might see a future comedian or a future,
No.
Oh
artist.
yeah,
Who
open
knows?
mic night 7 to 10 on Friday.
So I might
PM.
go to that.
Rathskeller.
Just to see what happens.
Rathskeller.
See, I would have to say, whoa. Either open, yeah, definitely. I'd say, sort of event called bingo. I love me some
Yeah,
bingo. I love me some bingo.
That's an incredible bingo. I'm sure.
I would like. Listen, I would like to win. Sorry,
Oh,
I haven't played that board game in a long time.
yikes.
Actually, no. I think what it is instead of sorry. I think it's
Shoots and lighters.
no. It's apples to apples, of course.
Oh.
Oh,
Ooh.
ooh.
Keanu, where are you going? You going to any of these events?
He's-
maybe Wednesday, but I'm gonna ask our friend to join me in the sparkling vampires.
Oh, you a
Ooh.
Twilight fan?
No, I just find it funny.
Oh yeah.
Huh? Where you been, Loca?
At the crib.
So you're doing trivia, Cam? I know you're a big trivia guy.
I cheat in trivia.
I know. So are you gonna cheat on Twilight trivia?
Listen, I have not watched a lick of Twilight, so yeah, of course I'm gonna cheat in
You're
Twilight.
lying, bro. You saw all the movies in theaters by yourself.
Your
had your
team.
popcorn.
We know it, bro. Your team had one.
I might be Team Robert, but like Team whatever the guy Team Edward.
Jacob?
Team Edward, come on. Jesus.
Shut up.
man. Team Jacob all the way. I love
I'm
it.
team CGI baby.
CGI baby.
Yeah, one of the,
Nice.
one of the movies is they use CGI baby and it looks terrible.
Yeah,
Seems
I
about right.
remember
Wait,
that.
you said CGI the baby?
No, CGI.
Oh, CGI little baby.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, CGI
Yikes.
the baby.
Let's get that to happen. 2023, if there's not CGI the baby, what do we do?
Oh,
Yeah, we need CGI the baby. Wow, what a turn of events! What a turn of events!
Hey guys, that was an incredible,
yeah.
incredible hour one.
Spicy.
Yeah,
Broncos country, let's ride. I mean, hour two is gonna be incredible.
yeah, and guys, we were talking about Robert Pattinson, so I just had to play Something in the Way by Nirvana, and maybe something else. We'll see what happens. So, Something in the Way by Nirvana. And we're back at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
Where we at right now? Where we at?
We're at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. This is the morning bus. I am Victor Muniz Rosa. I am joined by Cam Martin, Tanner Price, Kianu Maysonett, and our producer and now co-host for a day, Isaias Ramirez. Isaiah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, yeah.
Yeah, I love the accent. Keanu, how you doing?
Wait, hold on. It's not my accent. It's just how I talk.
Okay. Okay.
Put some
sure.
respect on my name, yeah.
Yeah. Isaiah, how you doing?
Yeah, we chilling, bro. We chilling.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Wait, Cam, Tanner, Keanu, how you guys doing?
Well,
Yeah. It's an interesting time to be alive. Okay?
all I gotta say is I told y'all how I'm doing. I'm doing pretty good, other than a few things happened on the weekend. Also, reason why y'all can't the Facebook Hi Metaverse. The reason why you guys can't see me is because other things happened over the weekend. My laptop stinks. Enough said.
Why does it stink?
Well, it didn't shower. But
Jesus.
no. So my laptop is broken, and then my other laptop.
Aren't we all?
Wow.
Have you just thought about fixing it?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm also broken in terms of money.
I mean, how'd you break it in the first place, bro? What are you doing in your free time? Are you going on the dark web? Are you throwing it at a wall? What's your problem, bro?
There's physical
Hmm?
damage to it. So boom, right?
Oh, wow.
Um,
You just throwing your laptop, huh?
No, I was coaching, and when someone stepped on it.
Wow.
Jeez.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you really-
Man, I can only try to be the villain for so long. Good lord.
so
That's tough, man.
I was coaching because I literally got out of class, and I was like, let me go. I gotta go coach. So like the game started at 8. I got out of class at 8:15. So, whoops.
Whoops. Yeah. It happens. It
So
happens.
I was sitting there trying to finagle and finesse the system. Didn't work out too well for me in the long run. We won the game by like 40, but I lost a laptop.
What is we? You're a ref, aren't you? Or are you a coach?
That's what I was coaching.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Hey, he was
Jeez,
helping out.
man. Hey guys, you know what is you know what I love though?
I love the news.
Mhm.
Yes. So Keanu, give us the news update.
I got the news. 2 people were rescued from a small plane 7 hours after it crashed into a transmission tower on Sunday evening in Maryland. The pair had been left dangling 30 meters above the ground as rescue workers attempted to free them. Both individuals rescued from the plane were taken to nearby trauma centers and had non-life-threatening injuries. A massive indoor go-karting racing course advertised as the world's largest of its kind is set to open in Jersey before the holidays. Supercharged Entertainment, which owns a go-karting track in Redham, Massachusetts, announced plans in August to open a second location in Edison. The Edison location of Route 1 South is 1,100,000 square foot facility on a 16-acre complex. It will also feature an axe throwing station, a 2-story arcade, and a virtual reality area, along with a restaurant and 2 bars. The indoor go-karting racing course is set to open on December 16. A Newark fire captain was hospitalized on Sunday after being struck by a food can while responding to a blaze at a homeless encampment in the city. The captain responded to the fire around 11 a.m. on the Route 21, and once the firefighters finished putting out the blaze, a homeless man then struck the captain with a can of food. The captain was taken to University Hospital in Newark with injuries that were not life-threatening, while the homeless man was arrested and also taken to University Hospital for crisis evaluation. And for people who haven't checked their weather app yet, it's currently 49 degrees right now, and the highs will be 56. It stopped raining as it is now sunny with some cloudy conditions expected around p.m. I'm Kianu Maysonett, and this is your 8 a.m. news report.
Thank you so much, Keanu, for that news update. But we also got sports update with Tanner Price.
Sports?
Tanner, take it away.
We are fully in the midst of the World Cup. The first game today, which was Cameroon versus Serbia, the final 3-3, a tie. South Korea and Ghana square off at 8 a.m. So it's just beginning now. Brazil and Switzerland face off at 11 a.m. Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal face off versus Uruguay at 2 p.m. You could listen to coverage of Brazil Switzerland, and Portugal, Uruguay, right here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. The Mike White era has officially begun. The Jets trampled the Chicago Bears by a score of 31-10. White finished with 315 yards and 3 touchdown passes. We'll see if Zach Wilson continues to ride the bench when the Jets take on the 9-2 Vikings next week. Yesterday, current NFL free agent and big game champion Odell Beckham Jr. was escorted off of a flight yesterday in Miami. Beckham was repeatedly told to put on his seatbelt. He was reportedly in and out of consciousness and was escorted off due to his own safety. He went on social media complaining about what had happened as well. He was just cleared to play and will start meeting with NFL teams to discuss a contract. A huge matchup takes place tonight in the Big Apple. The Devils and Rangers face off for the first time this season. The Rangers on a 2-game losing streak and the Devils on a 2-game winning streak since they lost their 13-game winning streak on Wednesday. The Knicks fell just short to the Memphis Grizzlies yesterday, losing by a score of 127-123. The Nets toppled the Trailblazers by a score of 111-97 yesterday. Yesterday, the Chicago White Sox signed right-handed pitcher Mike Clevinger. Clevinger wants to star for Cleveland before injuries derailed his career. Remember, you could listen to the coverage of Brazil, Switzerland, and Portugal, Uruguay here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
Hey, Victor,
Yes.
Tanner, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very quickly.
Yes.
Who do we think is going to win the World Cup? Let's do some predictions.
Ooh, that's interesting. For me, I'm not a big soccer football fan,
Wow.
but I'm getting into it thanks to WMSC and the World Cup coverage. And I think Brazil is gonna win.
Really?
Although I think who should win is either Argentina or Portugal, because it's their last World Cup. So I think Messi or Ronaldo should win, but I don't think they're gonna win.
Well. I think the team that's gonna win for me.
Qatar?
Whoa. There's a certain team that they know how to ball out. The team that I expect to
Say
win,
the U.S., bro.
Say
Shut
the
your
United
mouth.
States.
Just
No.
stop.
Argentina,
Argentina. Wow.
and then
This-
actually either Argentina or France.
Okay.
You
Tanner.
shout out Team USA, but you're doing the team.
Yeah, I think France repeat as champions.
Really?
Ooh,
Back to back?
Keanu.
I'm nodding my head like I understand what we're talking about. Like Victor, I don't know anything about soccer or football.
You probably choose Team USA.
I mean, you have a 1 in 32 chance of getting it right. now.
Actually, no. 1 in 30.
Oh, teams have already been eliminated.
Qatar and Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
1 in 30 shot, Keanu. Fate of the universe on the line.
Open
France.
shot.
$1
Who are you
France
taking?
wins.
France?
Ooh,
Wow.
France again. So Isaiah, you put the question out, so I ask you, who's gonna win the World
Honestly,
Cup?
I think
Anyone on Golden State?
stupid.
This side.
Kevin Durant.
I thought Brazil for sure until Neymar's injury. Not sure how that's gonna work out. So for now, I trust the man, the myth, the legend, Cristiano Ronaldo. Portugal.
So guys,
That's gonna be the rest of the show. Oh, Tanner's gonna do it. Wow. Oh, he didn't even make the noise. Oh. Okay, we have a real show to run
Yes,
here.
we got a real
A
show.
bunch of nonsense. Glad we got that out of the way.
Talking about
We're
nonsense.
probably all gonna be wrong too, but
Yeah,
who
let's
knows?
get to it.
Who
Team
knows?
USA is gonna win it somehow, some way.
Oh wow,
Football's
that'll take a
coming
miracle.
home.
That'll take a miracle.
Coming home.
But guys, I wanted to ask we were in Thanksgiving break last week, so I just wanted to know, how was your holiday break?
Well. Let's just say I gave you a brief summary about my holiday break. So boom, right? I was at home and I was trying to find a spot to go to, and next thing I know, I just see this thing, right? Let's just say, long story short, it turned into Selma,
Oh man.
and that was just
Good
Thursday.
Lord.
And that was just Thursday.
Oh, we got a Selma reference. Jesus.
And that was just Thursday. Friday, my car, the mechanics couldn't open the hood of my car until I got there. So I just like looked at him, like, come on now, do your job. Saturday, when I was working, a man, died.
Wow.
Lot to unpack.
Yeah,
Hey, if anything, you reminded what you're thankful for, Cam.
exactly.
Yes.
Yo, like after the total, I had to call my family. I had to, because that was like, wow.
No, I feel you, man. You definitely a lot of it we can't even talk about on air, but you survived. I'm glad you're still alive
And you're here.
thriving actually, because
Yeah.
today is a beautiful day to be alive, Cam. It's a glorious Monday, November 28th, 8:10 a.m. And Victor,
Yes.
you were in the city for the holidays.
I was. It was an eventful weekend. Well, week. And
Were you hate crime too? Is this where it's
no.
the way you said it, you're like, oh, it was eventful.
No. It was good. It was good. I didn't have class on Wednesday, so I went to the city on Wednesday to be with my cousin who came from Rhode Island. So that was very nice. And I stayed. Where I stayed at an Airbnb in New York, and this Airbnb was super interesting. It was like, have you guys seen Harry Potter, like the first movies,
What's up? Cool.
where he's staying under like the staircase?
Uh-huh.
Well, my room was exactly like that. I think Harry Potter
Welcome to
had,
New York, baby.
I think Harry Potter had a bigger room. Like mine was very small. It was so small that like when I would go to bed, I would be touching the walls.
That's New York.
Like I would be touching the walls. Like
Yeah.
if Cam were in that room, he wouldn't be sleeping well because he'd be like curled, like he had to go like a baby because he wouldn't
Well,
fit.
Cam fall asleep anywhere, man.
That's
He
true.
gets-
That's true.
He doesn't
So-
need to be comfortable. If I know one thing about Cam, he's going to get his sleep.
So
I literally fell asleep on a pile of clothes.
That seems about right.
that seems right. That seems right.
And that was
So
That's
yeah,
fine.
I had that closet room, but I had an amazing time. I saw the parade, the Thanksgiving Macy parade. It was very interesting. It was very. I saw Goku. I saw Snoopy. I saw the Minions. I saw. Who else I saw? I saw Lego.
I saw Smokey Bear.
I saw Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires, Victor.
Yes.
No one
yes,
else.
No one
yes.
else.
And yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Like, and then I went to New York again on Saturday to see a friend of mine from Puerto Rico. It was just a great time. And then and for Thanksgiving dinner, I was in a Puerto Rican household. So we got some Puerto Rican food, some pasteles, some rice and beans. It was fun. It was just a great time. How about you, Isaiah?
I 3 times were hate crime. No. Listen. I find that my Thanksgiving quite enjoyable. I experienced one thing. Let me preface this, all right? I enjoyed my Thanksgiving.
That's good.
Now, let me get to the thing that I think that needs to be addressed, and it's the idea. Are you guys familiar with pearled onions?
Pearled onion.
Yeah, so I've never heard of
What makes
pearled-
onion pearl?
You'll wait until you hear this. I've never heard of pearled onions until on Thanksgiving. Visited my brother and his girlfriend. They were hosting this year. It was very nice. I was like, that's a nice surprise. Appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. Turkey was pretty good. Sides were pretty good. I will say mashed potatoes, the most overrated Thanksgiving side in the history of sides of mashed potatoes and all that. I'm good on that. But the thing that was like, wow, was this thing called pearled onions. And it's almost like a soup with onions in it. And I gotta be honest, I enjoy food, love food, enjoy a lot of food.
Tubby.
Yep, former fat boy here.
Same here.
No, I really doubt that. I will say this might possibly be one of the weirdest textures I've ever had in my mouth. That thing was very uncomfortable, very disturbing, and wasn't a fan of it. And it's literally just onions, like chunks of onion inside of like a cream of mushroom gravy soup texture. It was unpleasant to me.
Oh wow.
And then not for nothing, I'd never heard of that until then. And then I was told it was like a very white tradition, and not for that's not my words, that was her words. Now,
Very
flash
white
forward to the
tradition.
next day, this lady I'm working with comes into like the back. I'm frying food, and she says, oh, she's like makes this burp noise. She's like, oh man, I had so many pearled onions yesterday. When I was just thinking, why? Like, who is eating pearled onions? And why have I just heard of it? Yeah, like 2 days ago.
I I've never heard of this in my life.
I'm happy for you. As our resident white man here.
Yep.
That's
So you've
As a
never
resident
heard
Caucasian.
of
As
Pearl
the rest of
onion.
Caucasian.
No,
No?
no.
What do you okay? So secondly, is mac and cheese popular for you at the dinner table? What is because I was perplexed because all my life I've only had Puerto Rican food for Thanksgiving. All right. Now I've never experienced your kind of Thanksgiving.
Same. Now, literally same until this weekend. I never experienced the kind of thing.
There wasn't mac and cheese. I wish there was. I love mac and cheese. Who doesn't love mac and cheese? Well, if you're lactose intolerant, then you
No,
might not
still,
like
Yeah.
mac and
Just
cheese.
get all.
I have a friend. I have a few friends that are that risky.
I get it.
Oof.
So what do you have, Tanner? I'm assuming turkey, green bean casserole.
Turkey, green bean casserole.
I enjoy the
My-
green bean casserole.
My dad
Cranberries.
always makes green bean casserole.
It's good. I have no
Cranberry
problem
sauce.
with it.
Cranberries. Yeah,
Mhm.
cranberries.
Yeah,
Uh,
same thing for me.
stuffing.
Stuffing's fine. I appreciate it.
A lot of cornbread for some reason.
Really?
Some sweet potato dish with marshmallows on it. I didn't have that.
I like sweet potatoes.
Whoa.
Miss we the marshmallows.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah,
Nah,
I don't know.
I've had both. I had both with and without the marshmallows. They're actually pretty fire.
Biscuits.
Biscuits. Wait, from where?
Just regular biscuits?
Yeah, like the ones you make in whatever.
Like the
Ooh.
Pillsbury Doughboy biscuits?
Yeah.
You need to. Yeah.
Interesting.
Pillsbury Doughboy was like walking around.
Are they these
Yeah.
butters? Are they these buttered biscuits?
Yeah.
I
Wasn't good-
respect. I like biscuits, bro. I can't
wasn't
even
good
handle
butter
it.
on a biscuit.
Yeah.
You'd be
Pop Tart.
surprised.
Then you put a Pop Tart on the biscuit. Okay.
That's Thanksgiving breakfast.
Gravy.
Huh?
Gravy was one of them.
I
wait,
can see
wait,
it's
wait,
something
so are you-
normal.
are you-
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, so the typical traditional American Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I also had like it was like a mix. It was like Puerto Rican food, but we also had mac and cheese and candy jams. So it was like very like
Bro,
whoa.
I've not had yams in a long time.
So I saw that I was like, okay, this is not Puerto Rican. I see the rest is Puerto Rican. This is not Puerto Rican.
Mac and cheese to me is very Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
like-
like you sit at the
What?
dinner table. You're at the
That's
kids' table.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
Like grow up. Like you're
said-
too old to be eating mac and cheese
you
like
said
that.
very Mickey
God.
Mouse. That's hilarious.
What is mac and cheese?
I love mac
That's
and cheese.
hilarious.
Like I like
Everyone's on fire with the accents today. Mickey Mouse, Donald Trump.
what's next?
What's next, man?
They're practically the same people. Mickey Mouse, Donald Trump.
Oh, oh no! He listen. He said he didn't believe in it. dude.
Look, have you seen them two in the same room?
This is true.
You're saying. You're saying.
You know, I have mac and cheese at my dinner table. I invented mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is
Ew.
mine.
Gross.
I don't know.
Anyway,
So,
Mine is
from, so we already know what was the worst thing, I say I ate
Oh.
at Thanksgiving. So I want to know what's the worst thing you ate on Thanksgiving. It doesn't have to be this Thanksgiving, like
ever.
past Thanksgivings ever. So
Mm.
like, what was the worst thing you ate at
So-
Thanksgiving?
I never had in my entire life had cranberry sauce until literally Thanksgiving this past year.
wow.
I had it and I'm like, this is mid. Like just
See, mid implicates average. So you've never just
Alright.
had a terrible thing at Thanksgiving?
sorry. I'm like, all right, it's cranberry sauce is like, this is awful.
Oh, there we go.
Mhm.
Like
I have a controversial opinion.
Here
with-
we go.
It could be agreed with. I don't know. Turkey is a role player.
what do you mean by
It's
that?
never the
Wow.
star, it's not the star player.
I don't think you're making turkey right then.
It's just
He isn't.
you know,
Turkey,
it's
turkey.
not, it's never the best. It's
My
never
Turkey's
que-
a star.
hold on,
Turkey's a
hold on.
star.
Turkey is very important to the whole team.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
but-
glue.
No.
It's the heart and soul.
Turkey's the
put
coach.
but
Turkey's the coach.
put Turkey on any other team. Put Turkey on any other team. It's a bench player.
Turkey's the
Nah.
coach.
Just because
Turkey's the coach.
just because it's a veteran.
My thing is this though. It's like,
okay.
are you seasoning your turkey? Because once again, no, not for nothing. If we're going off of
No.
stereotype,
Rules.
Put some
There's-
gravy, put some gravy on there. I don't know.
See,
I didn't make the turkey.
I think the key to like a real great turkey is when you realize you don't need the gravy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's when you know you got a good turkey.
exactly. I didn't eat any
Because
gravy.
The
with my
turkey that I had on Sunday, because I had 2 Thanksgivings pretty much. Because my sister's birthday on Sunday. Congrats to her to being alive, I guess.
Wow.
But I really like the way my mom seasoned a turkey. It's like you're seasoning a pork, which I think is
Yeah.
why it's so
Yeah.
different from most other people's turkeys. So that is just the flavors of that. I'm like, give me more, and that's what I'm having.
So
later
no, no.
today. But I got to be honest.
Turkey's just a role player.
I think
That's
the
a
final.
hot
That's a
take.
very hot take.
That's a very
That's a
egregious
hot take. That's a hot
Like-
take.
And who is your MVP then? Very quickly.
Give me stuffing.
What?
Stuffing.
Honestly,
No.
that's not the first time I've heard that. I understand it.
Yeah.
I get it.
understand either.
I
get it.
understand, but no, you can't have stuffing over turkey. Stuffing's like your typical two guard.
Wow, we got to stop making sports references.
Yeah, this is getting
It's like yeah, specific now.
like whoa.
Like what?
I understand what
The point
Open shot. And the Martians have the.
I'm right. We're done with this.
I want
Max
stuffing.
Kellerman, relax, Kianu. When it comes to Thanksgiving, your MVP.
Hey, look,
MVF, most valuable food.
I've been needing
Okay, all right,
for
all
about
right.
7
Pam,
years, that's since
Yeah.
the board.
MVP Thanksgiving. One word or two.
It can't listen.
Or
Tanner,
as many words.
let's say so. My MVP and the winner of the Cam MVP for Thanksgiving dinner is my aunt's mac and cheese.
Oh, super Mickey Mouse, huh?
super Mickey.
Okay.
Listen,
All
the
right.
way how she makes it, good God. It's either mac and cheese or them yams, because them yams,
Yams, mac and cheese, and collard greens.
them them things.
Yeah, those are good. Those
Plus, you get a turkey leg right in the middle of it all too. Oh my!
Y'all eat the turkey leg like that?
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Victor.
Yeah.
Turkey Day MVP goes
I gotta
to.
say,
Josh Allen.
Stop it.
it goes to, I'm thinking about this. I was thinking about this, and I think, if it's a good turkey, it's a good turkey. So I think turkey is the MVP overall if you make it well.
You'll make it
As
right.
you said, I agree. If you don't have you don't have to add gravy if it's
Nah,
a good
bro.
turkey.
It's really good turkey if you don't need to add gravy
You
or
don't
any
need to
other
have
sauce on it.
any sauce at all. Like
Yeah,
that,
that's when
it.
you know is when it's hit because it's so juicy. And that's my thing. People say turkey's dry. Sir, you just ain't cooking it right.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Now, my MVP, this is a hot take, but I think there's a certain time of the year where there's one thing on my mind, and that is indeed a Hawaiian roll. I love those little small Hawaiian rolls.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
a sandwich out of
They
them.
slap. They slap.
Clean up like all your leftover juice on your plate. You take the roll and you just absorb it all.
You're
with-
not
with the
wrong.
bread.
You're not wrong.
See me.
And I hate that the fact that you're not wrong.
See my MVP.
Thank you, Cam.
I gotta go with the pearl on. No.
Stop. All right. All right.
No,
Hey guys, we're gonna
never
jump into
had
the
that.
segment. All right.
Never had that.
We haven't done this yet on the program. We can do Am I in the Wrong later, but why don't we do some unhelpful relationship advice? Because are we the people that should be giving advice? Probably
No.
not. But hey,
Hey, I've been unqualified for a while.
Yeah.
streak of being single is something to be
It-
talked about.
I broke, and then I couldn't. That's funny.
Hey, bro, it seems like a you problem. Not a
it
me
does look. It does look-
So let's get into this. Why did she reject me and then ask me out later?
Ooh.
Wait,
So
what?
I met a girl on Tinder back in March, and we went out on 2 dates. She broke things off quickly afterwards, though, through text saying she's too busy with school. In parentheses, she's doing a professional degree. I took this as not being interested, and her friend, who's one of my mutual friends, told me the same thing. Since we had a lot in common and got along pretty well, I was pretty sad for a while and eventually got over it. I just cut contact with her and didn't react negatively towards her or anything. We unfollowed each other on all social medias. Fast forward a few months ago, around August, she looked me up and requested to follow me again on Instagram. Yesterday, she messaged me on Instagram and asked me out. I was very confused on what changed her mind, so I went out with her to see what's up. She was overall very enthusiastic, giggly, and remembered a lot of small things that I told her while we were back dating. She even paid for the date as well, since I paid for the first 2 dates. Is she changing her mind, or is she settling for me? I know she's been active on Tinder after breaking things off, so there's that. Should I keep continuing dating her? I still like her, but I don't want to be anyone's backup plan. ...
Mm.
So, does he continue dating her? Or
Wait,
not.
Is this good or bad dating advice?
What do you think? If you were this guy, with the information that we know to this
Uh-huh.
point,
Uh-huh.
would you still want to date this girl or not?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
All right, so boom, right? Here's my thing. New is always better. I'm just gonna how much your mother this. New is always better
Whoa,
because
jeez.
like she is.
Selma and New is always better is quite the track record for 1 hour.
She's playing him like a fiddle. Like, bro, you gotta see that you getting played, my brother. Like you don't be someone's seconds. So like don't be someone's seconds. You gotta be the main course right there and there.
Hear me out though. And I will be quick with this, guys, because we got to head to a break. But not for nothing. Hear me out. Maybe she was just busy with school and didn't
Yeah.
want to date.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now that
yeah,
she's done with school or something, or maybe it's less stressful, she's
Yeah.
more open to dating, and that's why she went out of her way to kind of find you again, because she's
Yeah.
like, maybe I should chase this again now that I'm free.
Why is she on Tinder then? That's where degenerates go. I should know because I'm a degenerate.
Well, I mean, I've never been on Tinder, but
the same
I
here.
think
I'm
that's
the
the
same here.
valid thing to say. Maybe she just has time again.
yeah. It's kind of weird.
I would chase it. Like, if the vibes are right,
Yeah.
she was the one that initiated again. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, I think the funniest part about it for me is when he talks about when they dated, he literally said they went on 2 dates and she said, I don't have time for this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was not like, hey, I hate you or anything. It's like, I'm pretty busy. Life's getting to me, and maybe we can try it out some other time.
Yeah, I know a lot of relationships
It's like-
that are like that. Like,
it's
you
like-
know, they needed a break and then they come back and they're
Yeah.
happily married.
I
And
think
it's like,
time
you
has
know,
a lot to
like
do
that-
with a
exactly.
relationship.
It's like that one episode of Regular Show that happened.
My mom. That's regular show, right?
Yes.
Muscle Man.
Muscle
You know,
Muscle Man.
That's
That's a good muscle man. All right.
wow.
Thank you, man. You know what I think we should, you know what I think we should do, Isaiah?
Good show.
We should go to break.
Yes.
Yes,
please.
we're gonna go to break, and I just wanted to take you for a ride. You know, when I was in New York, there was the horse rides and stuff, and they were all blasting this song. I think you guys know this song,
I don't.
"Empire State of Mind" by JC and Alicia Keys. They were really blasting this song. It's stuck in my mind, so I hope it gets stuck
Oh,
in yours.
that's the greatest song of planet Earth
Yes, "Empire State of Mind" by JC and Alicia Keys.
and Kanye.
Did he just say it? Yeah.
Mute, Victor, mute.
Upper Montclair.
Not in New York, actually.
Not in
Not
New
in
York.
We're
York.
close though.
We're really close.
Yeah.
Really close.
We're
A
pretty
train
much
away.
there.
A
You're
bus
in
away.
Montclair.
State. Yes.
We stay cold because we're in mountains. This is the Monday Buzz.
In
the
WMSC.
Rocky the Red Hawk.
Ah,
Rocky.
boo.
Hey, we got
here's
we
the-
got to write Montclair State of Mind. That's the song.
Here's the thing. Rocky. I had Rocky for Thanksgiving. I didn't have any chicken. I had fried Red Hawk.
Yeah, he was
Right.
delicious.
Wow.
Tasted really good.
The taste of revenge was so sweet.
Revenge is best. The dish, but yeah, Isaiah, you put extra barbecue sauce on them too.
Of course, Hawaiian barbecue.
Of
sauce,
course.
Respectful.
Then we put him in a Pop Tart.
Of course.
Uh,
Rocky the Red Hawk the Yaki way.
So, guys, we haven't done this in a while, but I love this segment. Am I in the wrong?
Probably.
yeah.
Probably. We'll see.
Wow,
So, who's one? I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna try to read it.
you can
So,
read.
Yes,
can
I can.
read?
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
I can read.
Wow. Jeez.
So, I, 27 male, have been living with my girlfriend, 29 female, for several months now.
Simp.
For the most part, things are really good, and I plan to propose soon and hopefully have at least a couple of kids with her.
Whoa.
However, we've run up against a conflict. She's an absolute morning person. I hate mornings. By the time I force myself out of bed in the morning and into the shower, she's already been up for at least 30 minutes, even though she has to be at work later than I do, and is at the stove making breakfast. She likes a huge breakfast in the morning. She usually has eggs, either French toast or pancakes, hash browns or breakfast potatoes, and sausages or bacon. Sometimes on weekends it's ham or steak. She eats almost nothing for lunch, usually has a smallish dinner, but she loves a huge breakfast. Meanwhile, I only ever have a cold cereal for breakfast, or maybe if I'm feeling really ambitious, some instant oatmeal and orange juice. I only even start to come alive halfway through my second cup of coffee and definitely don't feel like cooking in the morning. However, my girlfriend obviously does. So recently I asked her if she'd start making breakfast for me too. She asked if we were going to trade off and I'd sometimes make breakfast for her too. And I told her no, but reminded her that I do often make dinner for her. She said that since we trade off making dinner, we should trade off making breakfast too. I told her that there is no way I'll ever be able to muster that kind of energy first thing in the morning, but that since she obviously can, that she should just make breakfast too. I said that it will take next to no extra effort on her part to throw in a couple more eggs, strips of bacon, an extra portion of hash browns, etc., since she's already doing it for herself anyway. But it started a fight with her saying that I wasn't fair for me to expect her to think of me in the morning since I don't do the same for her. She seemed to think that her making breakfast for me should figure into our division of labor and that I should do something extra in return. But I think that since she makes a huge breakfast for herself every morning anyway, that throwing an extra portion of whatever she's making on for me would take next to no effort on her part. So why should I have to do more for her in return than I already do? This is an interesting. Am I in the wrong?
Bro, he's in the wrong.
Yeah, I
man.
agree. I
Like, what
agree.
kind of what?
Like, just do breakfast from time to time. It's not that hard.
He's
Yeah.
in the wrong for one reason and one reason only.
What?
He doesn't want to get up in the morning and he doesn't want to listen. That means he doesn't want to listen to the morning buzz.
Oh, that is the
you're
biggest
right.
plan.
That's why she wakes up every
Facts,
morning.
bro.
She's
She's
tuning
listening.
in right now.
Yeah.
What's up?
Shout out
What's
to
good?
shout out to 29 people.
Let's give her a name.
So if you really want a morning person, here I am on the morning buzz.
Are you pitching yourself right now?
No.
Oh, Tanner's pitching himself for the 29-year-old lady.
Look up my boy
What's up?
Tanner, yo.
He's handsome, wearing a hat.
Nice and tall and handsome.
What's up, 29F?
Oh.
Let's just call her Cindy for now.
Cindy.
Cindy.
Ew. Cindy sounds annoying.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Jennifer and
I have a
I
friend.
know
named
a Jennifer. It's
That's
it's
let's see, another person,
Lisa.
another name. Lisa.
Marmaduke.
Okay, it's Marmaduke.
Marmaduke.
Marmaduke. Marmaduke, what's up? 29 female?
What's
Not
up?
for nothing, but
What's up, Marmaduke?
Why?
why? Wait, let's move on. We can't up that.
So yeah,
It
I
is what-
think everybody can
Mama,
agree-
yeah.
yeah.
What?
So I think everybody here agrees that he's
Please,
in the
let's
wrong.
move on.
He's in the wrong.
He's not in the wrong.
Definitely in the wrong. Cam, shut up. Shut up.
Okay, wait, I gotta hear Cam out.
All he,
I think he's not in the wrong.
I think it's a fair trade. For you to make you make dinner only. Just make dinner, and then she does.
But they
breakfast.
trade off for dinner. That's where like the
Well,
point
here's-
was wrong.
Here's the thing: don't trade if you were so don't trade off. You just stick to dinner. If you don't get mad don't get mad any day. You just gotta sit there and just make dinner because
This is why you're single.
shut up.
You could say that's a big L.
Can you even cook,
Yeah.
Cam?
I can cook. What? I literally I literally had made myself chicken the last week.
Wow, that's wow.
And I make
Yeah.
myself breakfast. I make myself lunch. I make myself come try Uncle Cam's cooking.
You
Trust
know
me.
what's crazy, Cam? Is you probably make a lot of money selling food, but apparently Disney is not making a lot of money. either.
Yes, a big L from Disney. Cam, take it away.
So boom, man. Disney Strange World bombed at the box office over Thanksgiving, leaving the studio to mop up oceans, mountains, and terrains of red ink. The animated feature debuted dramatically behind expectations with 11.9 million from 4,174 North American theaters over the weekend and 18.6 million over the 5-day holiday frame. Before projections were even revised downward, the movie was expected to earn 30 million to 40 million between Wednesday and Sunday, and even those figures would have been unspectacular to start. Inaugural ticket sales for Strange World now register as one of Disney's worst openings in modern times, arriving slightly ahead of its pandemic era release, West Side Story, significantly behind to fellow cartoons like Encanto, which made $40 million, and Lightyear, which made $51 million. Unless its business rebounds dramatically in the next few weeks, and that seems unlikely given the film's moderate reviews, lackluster audience, and reception, and minimal buzz, unlike the morning buzz. Source estimates that Strange World will lose at least $100 million in theatrical run, even with proper attention on Disney Plus and at-home entertainment platforms. Box office experts suggest it will be a difficult time to get the big budget film into the black. Since the Strange World cost $180 million to produce, and the tens of millions more global marketing strategy worldwide, the distribution freeze, the film needs to gross roughly $360 million to break even, sources say. So Disney, good
I
luck,
gotta-
gang.
Yeah, like I gotta say, like this movie doesn't seem like a great movie. Like I saw the ads everywhere in New York, and I'm like, this is like C tier, B tier movie.
I didn't see. I saw the ads. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, when Disney had an animated movie, it was like, oh, this is gonna be a banger, no doubt. But now it's like, they're just throwing it out there. Like they're not like, I don't feel it. I don't feel that it's good.
You're
like,
saying Disney's washed up, huh?
yes.
Disney's washed?
Disney
Mhm.
Wash?
Disney watch.
Sheesh.
Mickey, don't come for me.
I will say, I feel like that has been the general consensus of everyone that I've talked to that's heard of this movie is saying, wow, this like at best is like a
That-
C.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Or it's either no one knows or everyone is on the same wavelength of saying, this is probably gonna be a terrible movie.
I didn't know about it until like I saw a YouTube ad for it the other
Yeah.
day. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this is a thing.
Could you imagine losing that much money on one movie?
Oh, that's horrible.
100 million?
I think they'll survive.
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Disney. It's Disney.
They got Marvel. They got Wakanda Forever still on theaters.
Ah,
They'll be fine.
Pray for me.
You talk about Marvel.
Hey,
Yes.
Is that another
Yeah.
transition?
Yes, the
Ah, yeah.
transition.
What's on fire?
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take this one
Bruh,
too.
what? Yeah, this is not.
This is our turn.
This is my brand. I'm
Victor, take it away.
I am going to
This,
take it away.
this is what happens when you show up
Hey,
late,
Cam,
right?
I
Show
can't,
up late and
I
just
can't
call
see
the
you,
shot.
and I can't hear you.
Oh, you got
Okay.
John Cena.
I just turned off his mic. Quentin Tarantino appeared on the Two Bears One Cave podcast, where he took aim at the superhero films, complaining about our Mickey Mouse overlords making Marvel movies. The 59-year-old Oscar winner criticized actors who star in this films. Part of the marvelization of Hollywood is you have all these actors who have become famous playing these characters, but they're not movie stars, right? Captain America is the star, or Thor is the star. Chen Chai and the Legend of the Ten Rings stars Simu Liu, who has clacked back at Quentin Tarantino over his recent remarks about Marvel movies. Taking to Twitter, Liu aired his frustrations out at this famed director and Marty Scorsese for slamming Marvel. If the only gatekeepers to movie stardom came from Tarantino and Scorsese, I would never have had the opportunity to lead a $100 million plus movie. I am in awe of their filmmaking genius. They are transcendent auteurs, but they don't get to point their nose at me or anyone. So, I even saw this clip of this, what Quentin Tarantino said, and I gotta agree a little bit.
Yeah.
Like these actors are known because they're Captain America, because they're Thor.
Yeah.
It's like that's what's happening.
I mean, when you look at Robert Downey Jr., I mean, not for nothing, but I always think of Iron Man first.
exactly.
Like all three of them, the big three, Thor, Captain America, I probably wouldn't have known their names unless they were in the Marvel movies.
That's facts.
Yeah, that's true. Like that's what's happening. But I also gotta say, the Shang-Chi, actor Simu Liu has a point. They also try to at least Scorsese was more adamant on the Marvel hate, let's say it. So he was more oh, this is ruining cinema and stuff like that. So I get where Simu is coming from.
I agree.
You should respect his craft too. It's still movies, he's still acting, and it's a big thing.
I like to see people double down on anger. I wish he was just like Scorsese washed, never made a good movie, never working with them. Well, name one Scorsese movie right now.
Taxi Driver,
I don't know
Kill
what
Bill,
that is.
Raging Bull.
Is Scorsese made Kill Bill?
Oh no, that's Quentin Tarantino.
We were talking about Scorsese, man.
bro.
Godfather? I don't know.
No.
No.
A Christmas Story?
The Godfather was directed
Strange
by
World?
Francis Ford Coppola.
Strange World.
Not the Strange World. Hey, you want to unmute Cam so I can say his thoughts?
Oh yeah, Cam, are you alive? Are you there?
Yeah, after me yelling it for the last 20 minutes, my head is safe. Raging Bull was a Scorsese film.
Yes, a great movie.
But yeah, I think
Goodfellas.
The Departed with Leonardo DiCaprio. Also Scorsese movie.
I honestly think that Quentin Tarantino should be Thanos snapped right now.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You said he should die?
No, just disappear for 5 years and then
Come back.
come back after 12 seconds
I
in
mean,
real
does he
time.
that much time left in general though? Or
Wow.
think about it?
He's 59. He's 59.
He's not that old.
Good lord. No, but I see what he's saying that you're making okay, bro, what you doing? I see what you mean. You can't think of the actors only known for their character, not the actor themselves. But at the same token, have you when you think Kill Bill, you think of you don't who played in Kill Bill?
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman.
What else is Uma Thurman in besides Kill Bill?
Pulp Fiction. Also
Fiction.
Also a Tarantino film.
yes.
So
Batman and Robin, Poison Ivy.
No, not that. That
Whoa.
would be terrible.
whoa, that's egregious. That's an egregious. But
She was in the hit film Gattaca. No,
What?
That movie's terrible.
What's it?
Percy Jackson? I mean, come on.
The war with Grandpa. How do you? That is
That's
the
the
war with the war with Grandpa. That is
It's a
cinematic.
Gary Oldman.
Cinematic masterpiece. The War with Grandpa. It's a very touching story about war.
With Grandpa.
With Grandpa.
Love
He was
Like,
in that.
Wait, so it's I understand that I see Tarantino's side because he's like, all right, listen, you keep these actors are not being known for who they are, but at the same time, you have the contract rights to like you're the one that's responsible for making some ex actors famous. Like what?
Yeah, I guess it's just it depends on the movie. Yeah,
It's critical.
Yeah.
Like shout out Samuel L. Jackson because
A lot of snakes. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
A whole lot of snakes.
like
Yes.
Samuel L. Jackson, he was in both a Tarantino film and he's in Marvel. So like he's the rare.
Didn't he kind of take a break from acting?
He's still kicking it. You know?
Yeah,
He's still doing something.
He's like 75.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of the Marvel stars are taking a break from acting. A break.
Yeah.
Oh, is that you? Is that cue for like you want to go on a break?
A break.
Oh yeah, we are going on a break, and we will be right back after this short break.
America is kept safe because the Army.
And this is 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. And we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
God did.
Hi. Believe in us.
Yeah.
Believe me, just watch
Juice World did.
Juice World.
Oh, yo, free Juice World, bro.
Oh,
Free Juice World.
yikes.
Oh, yeah.
Pearly
That-
Gates, I guess.
Yeah,
That-
baby.
Let's talk about a deathly recipe.
Yes.
Oh, so
Go off,
so
Cam.
about death. Awesome, boom, right? I saw a man die
Hey.
from this deathly recipe. Anyway, so boom, right? Rosie Grant's from Washington D.C. kitchen prepared some good old snickerdoodle from a recipe she found on a gravestone in California. It was the grave of a woman named Annabelle Gunderson who was buried in California, and she really loved Alaska, according to Grant. The viral TikTok creator who goes by @GhostlyArchive started traveling to graveyards to find recipes that people were known for. That's terrifying. And it's newfound passion she stumbled upon during the pandemic while studying at the University of Maryland and interning at DC Congressional Cemetery. Quote, at first when I started, I didn't know if there was any audience for cemeteries, and I was very wrong. There's a huge audience for cemetery TikTok and grave. In the blue moon is this grave talk audience. Rosie said she never used to cook. Through this whole process, I'm literally learning how to cook through the dead. She was thinking about pursuing a plot in the congressional cemetery and said she's torn between a mac and cheese or clam linguine recipe on her gravestone.
No way.
There's no way. Wait, the fact that
Yeah.
there's an audience for this is absolutely wild.
Grave talk is crazy, man.
Yo,
Grave talk.
I'm gonna
Grave
have,
talk?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Grave talk, man.
I'm gonna have a coquito recipe in my tombstone.
Oh, what am I witnessing?
I don't have the panini recipe.
Can you imagine though? You just see some lady just walking in a cemetery, taking pictures of recipes.
Oh, I like that egg recipe right there. Ooh, right
Ooh.
there. Ooh, that's a
Is
good.
that casserole?
Is that pearl onions?
That's a good.
Mm-mm.
That's a good dessert recipe over there.
Ooh, that's nice. That's good. That's good. Oh
Like
my God.
what?
Bruh.
So I just gotta ask, what recipe would you have on your tombstone?
Forget all that. The recipe all I have is Lawyers. I'm having a lawsuit.
Lawyers. What do you mean? They put it on their grave.
Yeah, that's what
I
they
mean,
wanted.
at the end of the day, that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Yo, but the fact you stomping on my this is for my kids.
No one's stopping. What if that was like my legacy are these snickerdoodles, and I want the world to know? What
Yeah.
if Ghostly Archive is fulfilling the destiny of millions of dead people
By sharing
by
their
sharing their
recipes.
recipes
That's amazing.
on TikTok or Grave Talk?
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
there's
Brave
Nelson
Talk is
Mandela, there's
out.
Mother Teresa, and then there's at Ghostly Archives. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, there's just levels to this.
there's levels.
Yeah, I think Ghostly Archives is
I hate this.
top
One
5
of the
woman of all
greatest.
time.
I hate
Yeah.
this. I hate this.
Yeah,
I love it.
There's
I
a
love it.
big W from her part, but Starbucks having an
Mhm.
L.
That's
Comment.
not. That's a common.
Yeah, common Starbucks L. Also in Maryland. So also in Maryland, a Maryland,
I just read it.
a Maryland Starbucks employee has been suspended after the word monkey was reportedly printed as the name on a customer's drink label. Oh my God. The incident happened on November 19 at a Starbucks store in Annapolis Mall.
Why? Okay, question. Just
Yes.
sorry.
No
Why
worries.
is every story today happening in the DC area?
Yeah.
The DMV, yeah.
Hey, bro.
Hey,
It's
that's
even
the
crazy.
news. That's the
Listen,
This weekend.
listen. I'm gonna say this. It's the nation's capital. Florida's the craziest place in
Yeah.
the world. So the DMV said, you know what? Hold my Starbucks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
A barista picks up a cup, looks at it, and she's hesitant. She says, "Venti caramel frap," and she puts it down and backs away from the table. Monique Puke told 7 News Carl Willis, "Then I see monkey on the cup." Puke said she was the only black. Oh no. She says she's the only black woman in the
Yep.
shop, and that the time printed on the label lined up with her order. Puke said the store owner offered her a free drink and sandwich, but she declined. Good for you. She said she never received an apology from whoever entered monkey where her name should have been. Starbucks issued an apology, but it was a typical generic corporate talk. Pug didn't seem much interested in it. Her thoughts on the apology? That it was bogus. And the fact that they keep saying it was an honest mistake. So now it's an honest mistake and a labeling error. She asked, "If you didn't hear my name, you should have said, 'Excuse me, can you repeat yourself?' Not once did she do that. She labeled me what she wanted to label me." Wow. Wow. Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
I'm
L
not trying to
today
defend this.
Starbucks,
I
bro.
don't want everyone to defend this.
Bro, you cannot start out
No,
a sentence.
no. Don't start.
I'm scared to find out where this goes.
That's like saying I'm not to be racist or anything, but
For real. I have plenty of black friends. Come on.
nah, but like that's wild. Starbucks, bro, you got to do better. Monique, monkey, like you could have just said like, yo, like excuse, like yeah, bro, like
Yeah, like when you like
the-
you're
the mo-
writing monkey down, like you gotta be like, I think this is wrong. Like,
yeah, like first off, you gotta read the room. You gotta read
Yeah.
the room.
yes,
Like forget all the other people that's in there. You gotta be cognitive. Plus, you gotta understand that this is 2022. Anything that you say, especially anything that's that offensive,
yeah,
that's going to ruin your life.
yeah. Like,
You know
there's
what I
no
find the
coming back.
most interesting part though? Is that the employee is just suspended.
What, like what?
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
fire.
that's pretty fireable right there.
Also, the question that I always think of when people talk about Starbucks messing up names, like who like the people working there just I guess don't understand.
As a
things.
former Starbucks employee though.
Yeah?
First off,
Ooh, we got.
I would not
insider?
recommend working there. It's very miserable. A lot. It's not fun. Secondly,
Okay.
though, the name thing, I never got it wrong because I didn't have to ask
I
for
know.
names. And also, I'm a pretty smart guy. I will say, you look at the label as you're making the drink, and if I was an employee, I feel like I would have been, that doesn't seem right. And I would have
That's
been,
not
who wrote that, by the
that's,
way?
That's not the
Because-
name. That's probably not the name of someone.
No.
Yeah.
here.
And it's like, and then secondly, they also say, because obviously the person who took the order wasn't the one that gave the drink, because that's
Mhm.
typically how it works.
Yeah.
So that person that made the drink is looking at the label and hands it to her. At some point, I feel like there's two people in the wrong there. Because if
Yeah.
I'm the person handing the drink, I would be like, man, I have a good amount of morals. I think I could put one and one together. Clearly, my coworker's racist, and I'm gonna say this is a problem. Talking to my manager, do what I
Yeah.
need to do. I'm not handing the lady the drink, or
Yeah.
I'm taking the sticker off and saying,
Yes.
"Ma'am, is this yours? Did you order a venti caramel or whatever?"
Yeah, the
And then it coulda
label
done
was
that.
something wrong.
Just
Something
take
happened
the
with
sticker
label.
off, bro.
Yeah.
Golly, bunch of idiots.
Or
And
take a Sharpie and like, like what's happening?
For real, it's like we're too old for this. Like it's 2022. We've learned a lot about society, and the fact that we're still calling people monkey at this point in time
Yeah.
is embarrassing. It's
It is.
shameful. This person should be fired. Starbucks deserves the L today, and we continue to learn a lot of bad things. And not for nothing, I think we've learned one thing and one thing only today: Dunkin' Donuts is king.
Dunkin'
Yep.
Donuts is game.
Yep.
Presented to you by
I'm going to Dunkin' right after this.
Ah,
Get my stuff getting out
I
of there.
do love
This
me
episode of
some-
the Morning Buzz is brought to you by
No. Bleach is crazy
Wait,
though.
wait,
Yeah,
wait,
it
wait,
is.
wait.
brought to you by Bleach.
Yeah.
Not true.
Bleach is certainly crazy. A
So boom, right?
man was found. Oh, I already read. Wait. Oh yeah, it's your
Cam
How
fired.
dare you? I normally shut him, but how dare you?
Yeah, Cam.
And
go
he
ahead.
was found guilty of armed robbery by a Florida jury.
Man, yeah.
Well, this is indeed the program we all know and love on the music on the Morning Buzz. So things get weird as per usual. It was after it was announced that he was found guilty, Jermaine Bell began to drink his drink. The drinks just so happened to be a cup of bleach. The family of Jermaine Bell, who has been in custody for more than 3 years fighting the charges against him, said he drank a cup of bleach, but it's now known how Bell obtained the bleach. Bell became so sick that he was removed from the courtroom on a stretcher and is taken to a hospital. He's expected to survive. Bell's family wants answers after fearing they would lose him, and the incident is under further investigation.
What?
Oh,
Like so much stuff is.
Heads
happening,
just
huh?
grabbed bleach and just said,
yeah.
"Nice."
I-
Look.
I don't know what to even make of this story.
Was he drugged? Like,
That's my thing. Was this
Was this a setup?
spiked water? Did he know he was drinking bleach?
Was this in the courtroom?
Yes.
Yes.
As soon as it was announced Bell was guilty, he took a drink of this drink and then almost died.
what?
Yeah, where'd the bleach? Where was
It's
the
like
bleach?
one,
How'd
how
they
did he get the
there?
bleach?
Yeah.
Who gave
Did
it
he get the bleach himself? Is someone trying to kill him?
Is this like a hitman plot? Like,
I
what is-
don't know. I feel like there's so many just
There's so many layers to this.
There's
yeah.
so many.
I
layers.
feel like this is a story where we find out what happened 8 months from now after an investigation or something.
Yeah.
And I'm curious
Yeah,
to
that's
see
how
where
that's
this
how
ends
the
up.
legal system works.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
They investigate it.
Did you know every 4 years there is we get together in one specific country and everyone plays this game called soccer or football, and they kick the ball for 90 minutes plus stoppage time, and then
Yes.
the winner goes on, and then eventually you crown a winner?
What's it
No.
called?
What game is that?
I think that's
Oh, Shakira, Waka Waka.
Waka Waka.
Samina. Yeah. So
Hey,
yeah,
bro. Shout out to Shakira.
shout out Shakira.
She's still dealing with Spain.
I think so.
Mhm.
You could say she's a bad wolf. You know.
There's a she-wolf and the show's over. On
Yes,
90.3
the
WMSC Montclair.
Yeah, 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Thank you guys so much for listening to us here this
Wow.
morning.
What an ending to the show. guys.
Yes, yes.
Very electric. Good Lord.
Yeah. So thank you guys
Yes.
so much for tuning in. You guys want to say something before we leave?
If you get found guilty, don't drink bleach.
Drink all the bleach. No, I'm kidding.
Drink
Don't
some
do
bleach.
To butter.
Pop
Yeah.
Tarts and bleach and butter.
Pop tarts, bleach,
Duh.
and
Aki.
butter.
Pearled onions.
Oh,
Pearled onion.
God.
Pearl bleach.
Yeah, guys, have a great day. Have a great day. Nos vemos.